Right, hello and welcome to a bit of a different video that I've made on the channel. This is specifically a guide, I guess, for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Zombies on how I personally got Nebula Camo. Recently I've been streaming on TikTok and have been gaining a considerable amount of people watching and following. And I'm getting a bit tired of like having to pause the stream and sort of explain my strat to them all. So I'm making this video so I can make sure every person that asks can have the perfect amount of information. I've never made one of these videos before. I'm new to this type of editing style. I'm new to this type of video style. So if I fuck up or make any issues, I'm sorry, but bear with me. I'll get into the meat and potatoes of this video. I will answer all your questions. If there are any more questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I will write them in the comments. I'll reply. All that jazz. I'm recording this this voiceover live, so I may stop a few times. I'm sorry about that. But let's just cover Nebula, right? So first things first. The Nebula grind, just a pre-warning. This is a zero glitches, zero shortcuts, zero directed mode. This is all just in standard mode on Liberty Falls. This is not by in any way, shape, or form a efficient method. This is just some tips and tricks from someone who has way too many fucking hours in this game, who did the Nebula grind on every single gun, including the melees, launchers, all that. Okay? Like I said, this is not efficient. This is not the super secret way on how to do it. This is just my way. I did it raw. I did no glitches. I streamed every single game. And yeah. I've been playing since launch. Got a lot of kills. Got a lot of like fucking essence. Killed a lot of zombies. I have played the everlasting fuck out of this game, as we can see here. So, let me get into it, because this doesn't need to be a long video, but it is a video that needs to be made just so I can sort of give it to people that they ask, right? So, first things first, we're going to take a look at the weapons, okay? Now, this is important. The weapons, obviously, you need to get the camos for them. So, how you build your weapon, how you use the weapon. Certain weapons have different challenges. Certain weapons have different things that you have to do. For looking at you, LR. So I'm just going to, like, basically go through every single one of these quite quickly. We're going to start with each gun category, because the challenges do differ between each gun. Not each gun, sorry, each gun category. So we'll get there, okay? First things first, assault rifles. This is the easiest fucking category in the game. Second only to maybe the SMGs, alright? So, each gun, I don't think each gun is different. It might be. So we're not gonna go through every single fucking gun, because we're gonna sit here for years and years and years, right? There's 37 guns, all with different fucking requirements, blah 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 blah. We'll go through some of them just so you can get a gist of it, but it's more about the other tips. So first things first, the assault rifles. We're gonna come here and take a look at the XM4. Okay? Let me actually, we're gonna go on to just the default XM4. Okay? I'm gonna take everything off of it. Even the camo. Okay, this is what you'll be starting off with, unless you've played multiplayer or you are starting the grind a little bit late. Okay? First things first is we're going to look at the challenges. Okay? Camo challenges are obviously what you care about, right? Make sure you're in the zombies tab. Now, every single gun, except for melees and launchers, all follow the same basic principle. You need to get 2,000 critical kills on zombies, which are, for those who don't know, headshots. Okay? You just need to kill a zombie with a headshot. Okay? After you get 2,000, and we will get into the strat later for that, after you get 2,000 headshots, you will then need to move on to the special challenges. Some special challenges differ slightly. 9 times out of 10, it will be similar. So, for example, the first camo is Liquefy in the special tab for XM4. This requires you to get 300 kills with Napalm Burst equipped. Okay? When I say differ slightly, the Krig might need you to kill 300 zombies with Deadwire, for example. Doesn't change much, so don't be too alarmed. Just make sure you check your gun every single time. But 9 times out of 10, it'll be 2,000 kills into a 300 kills and then either another 300 kills or 30 vermin eliminations. Now, earlier I said this grind was primarily done on Liberty Falls. Certain guns, and it's very rare, but certain guns will ask you to kill parasites. For that, I literally went onto Terminus and played it normally, got to the dog round, which is the parasite round, and then, killed the parasites, okay? It doesn't take that long, it'll take you two goes of it, alright? Trust me. Anyways, once you have done the 2 special camos, you will then need to get gold. Gold is always 10 kills rapidly 15 times. It is always that, okay? Super simple, super easy. Now, the next 3 camos do not apply until you have unlocked every gun gold, okay? So, as in every gun in that category. So I need to be careful with how I'm wording this. So, for example, say you've done the Krig, you have Mystic Gold, but you can't get Opal yet. That is because you need to get the rest of the guns gold, okay? So, my strat straight away is get a gun gold, either exfil, leave the match, or immediately go into the next one, okay? But I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I'm just, giving a quick tip in case someone's like, cool, I've understood it. I'm gonna go do it now. There you go. Okay. So we're gonna now look at the AK-47. I don't think the challenges are much different, but here you go. I'll do the exact same thing here. I'll take off all my attachments and then I'll load into a game later and forget I've done this. So after you've done the XM4, you will most likely be on the AK-47. Obviously, it'll look like this. We'll get into the attachments later. We're just still following the camos at the moment, okay? So, once again, you need to get 2k headshots, and then you move on to the specials. For the AK-47, it's 5 critical kills rapidly. And then Haunted, get 300 eliminations while it's pack-a-punched. Once again, this is one of those challenges where basically it's like, get 300 kills while it's something or other. Okay, 90% of the time the ARs will be doing that. Okay? So, after you do that, you then need to get gold, which is 10 kill rapidly 15 times. You're seeing the pattern here, right? A lot of zombie kills go into doing this grind. You've been warned. Alright, boys and girls? Anyways, right. So now, we're not going to go through every single gun now. Imagine you've done every single gun, okay? You watched this guide, you watched it to completion, you fucking snorted a line of G Fuel, you're ready to tackle the Nebula grind. You have now completed every single AR. What's next? So, you've done every single AR. The next camo in the challenge will be Opal, alright? Or Diamond, or as some people call it, Opal. I'm the guy who says it like Opal, like a fucking knobhead. Anyways, so Opal is 30 special zombie eliminations, okay? This one you will struggle on, but I promise you, I will give you the tips and tricks, okay? Afterlife, Nebula, we will get to that later. Right now, we're going to focus on Opal because this is the one that people really struggle on. We will talk about this later in the strats section, alright? Just bear with me, okay? Another question I get asked a lot is, what setup do I run? What attachments do I run? What do I use? Now, in zombies, you are allowed the maximum attachments. You're allowed 8 attachments, which 9 times out of 10, if we count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Most guns will come with 8 or 9 attachment slots, right? I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't use a laser because I don't use hip fire unless a challenge requires that, which is some of the SMG ones. So, I would recommend just building this gun how you like it. I like the Merlin Mini, for example, on every single gun I use. Muzzle, you always want a suppressor. Now, a suppressor, this is why I wanted to have an attachment section. The suppressor will make you drop extra salvage. For those who haven't played zombies yet, For those who haven't played zombies yet, but are looking at this guide so they get a head start on their grind, maybe someone's watching this on Christmas, salvage is a drop that you get in Black Ops 6 Zombies. You use it to upgrade your weapon. Rarity, not your tier. Tier is pack-a-punching, which is, it's been the same since Der Reese. Salvage is a new resource that was introduced in Cold War. And I think Black Ops 4. I'm not sure. I didn't play much Black Ops 4 Zombies. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, who cares? Anyways, you always want a suppressor on your gun if it can have it, because salvage really helps in the higher rounds. Getting your gun to legendary matters a lot. A gun that was doing pistol damage beforehand will most likely start one-shotting again when you get it to legendary tier 3 as well. So please, I promise you, suppressor is great. If you're fighting a boss or something, like if you're doing the Easter egg, firstly, this is not a video for the Easter egg. Secondly, you can use different attachments, but trust me, always a suppressor. Now, barrel. This is a little bit up to you. I personally use the CHF barrel for the headshot multiplier. You are going for critical kills for the camos, you might as well do it. Some other acceptable options are, of course, the reinforced barrel, the long barrel, not really a short barrel or the game twist barrel. But one of these 3 barrels are the barrels I would recommend. I mostly go with the headshot barrel. If you struggle to control the recoil and it's making you miss more bullets, take it off. It's absolutely fine. You're not going to miss out on much damage. Anyways, under barrel, I always just choose a vertical foregrip because of the CHF barrel kicks up. Magazine, you want the biggest magazine. On the XM4 here, you have this lovely, delicious ball bag mag. Slap it on. If you want extended mag lower because you just don't like the reload speed, that's absolutely fine. But don't forget, speed colas in this game, and you have augments to make it even better. At the end of the day, you might as well just put the biggest mag size on. When you pack a punch it doubles anyways, so you might as well do it. Rear grip, once again, it's whatever you want. The suppressor is the only one you have to have on it. I personally choose the quick draw grip because the ball bag mag, the big barrel, and the suppressor kind of makes it aim down sight slower. Stock, I don't really give a shit which one you use. I personally like the infiltrator one sometimes. Laser, skip. Fire mods, rapid fire. You can use the other ones. Don't forget, if your gun is not as high level as mine, all my guns are max because I have Nebula on everything. If your guns are not as high as mine, just use whatever you can. Alright, trust me, you'll level up real quick. Each camo gives you a bundle of XP. Using the gun gives you XP. You will level up super quick. But that is how I build most of my guns. Okay? There you go. Well, at least this is how I build most of my ARs, right? There are certain guns that I would recommend building differently, and I've got them written down, so don't worry, I won't miss that. But that's how I build 90% of the ARs, okay? Even down to the Goblin, right? As you can see, I've got the big mag, I've got a suppressor on, I've got the vertical grip. Oh, that's the wrong one. I've got the vertical grip, that sort of stuff. For anyone who's noticing this red dot, I'll get into that later, okay? Next is the SMGs, okay? Now, the SMG is also a super easy category. 90% of the categories, guys, are super easy. The grind for Nebula, compared to, say, like, multiplayer, in my opinion, is extremely easy, okay? It's just tedious and long, okay? That's why a lot of people want to take shortcuts, and you're absolutely a-okay for doing that. I just didn't, because I'm a fucking gooner. Anyways, so, SMGs, right? Now, the camo challenges are going to be slightly different, but they're not. So, once again, let me just take off all my attachments, and I'll show you how it's going to look. Oh, this is not even it. My apologies. That's a bundle you get for prestiging. So I'm going to take off everything here. Right, so this is what your C9 is going to look like when you first get it. This is the first SMG. This is the first SMG I would recommend you using. It's good just to keep a track in your head of what guns you're using due to a step later in the strategy that I'll get to. However, we'll get to that. Okay? So, C9, nothing on it, right? First things first, let's have a look at the challenges. You're going to notice a pattern here. Get 200 critical kills, get 300, 400, 500, all the way up to 2,000, okay? This does not change. Purple Tiger does not change for any gun apart from the melees and the rocket launchers, because you can't get headshots with those. Right, anyways, the special for the C9 is 30 parasite eliminations. Told you it slightly changes. It's not that difficult to adjust, though. Just go on to Terminus, okay? Just play Terminus, play it normally, get to whatever round it is the parasites spawn. Kill them. If you don't see it pop up, keep on playing until it pops up, okay? And then links for the C9 is 300 eliminations while it's pack-a-punched. 9 times out of 10, it will either be get mangler kills, get 300 kills with a certain ammo mod, or get 300 kills while it's pack-a-punched, alright, guys? 9 times out of 10. Then, of course, you have 10 kills rapidly 15 times. Once again, gold is the same for every gun as well. Even the melees and launchers, it's the same. And then, like I said, opal is 30 special zombies. Once again, it is the same. For those who are still struggling with special zombies, manglers. Those are special zombies. I also think the amalgam... No, the amalgam's an elite. We'll get onto that later. So, right. Once again, how do you build the SMG? What attachments do you go? It's pretty simple. It's the same as the ARs, okay? So, for example, Merlin Mini is what I put on. Always make sure you have the suppressor. CHF barrel, vertical foregrip. the biggest mag you have, quick draw, whichever stock you want. I, on the SMGs, go this one, the no stock, simply because I like to run around fast. I also sometimes use the balanced stock, but that's because of the Teddy is a Liar blueprint. Ignore laser, put on rapid fire if you have it. The C9, I don't have it maxed out. Crazy. Anyways, there you go. Alright, guys, simple as. There are no deviations, apart from one gun. So, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but certain guns in Pack-a-Punch have a, like, special feature, okay? There's two in the SMG category that we're going to go over. The first one we're going to go over is the Compact. When you Pack-a-Punch the Compact 92, this gun has zero, nil, niche, nothing. Has zero hipfire recoil. So, for the Compact, I would recommend building it. That's not a Compact, there we go. Also it has an integral suppressor barrel. It says no minimap bullet. I think this is bugged. I think it does drop extra salvage as well. So I think it's a bug. I think it's just like an info display. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I'd recommend doing this. It saves you a slot that you can then, But I'd recommend building this for hipfire. This is because this has absolutely no hipfire inaccuracy. It becomes a fucking laser beam. So I would just recommend building it around, running around, spraying and praying. You can still hit heads with it pretty easily. The next SMG that has a weird, mystical Pack-a-Punch secret effect is the PP919. This gun gets, like, 300 bullets in a mag. Even, like, 300 bullets when you Pack-a-Punch it, plus whatever you had in your attachment slot. So always put the extended mag on. Trust me. You will have, like, 400 bullets when you Pack-a-Punch it. It's kind of crazy. It's really good for killing zombies. Okay, those are the two different sort of, like, I would 100% tell you to put these attachments on. The rest, build it however you want, guys, okay? Shotguns! Now, shotguns are super easy. Piss fucking easy. Okay? I'm going to show you here, once again, we're not going to go through that whole, like, taking it off shit. Once again, critical kills, right? I do have a bit of advice for the shotgun, but we'll get to that. So, yeah, 2,000 critical kills, then 300 eliminations. Why is that? Rarity, kill, and then hipfire kills as well with the shotgun. You will literally get these both done at the same time. It's super easy. Now, when it comes to building shotguns, you have two options, guys. Okay? Firstly, you always want to build it for hipfire, so you have three options. You want to always build it for hipfire, and there are two attachments that you need to use or you can choose to use, okay? I didn't use them because I don't need to. Dragon's Breath rounds have recently been nerfed, but these deal a fuck ton of damage to zombies, especially if you shoot it into a wave. However, it will steal your critical kills, so don't always equip it, okay? If you hit a zombie, even in the head, with incendiary damage, it will not count as a critical kill, so be careful. However, if you're doing the 300 eliminations one, use it. It's great, okay? It does stack with Napalm Burst. Option 2, 12 gauge slug. This basically makes it into a rifle, okay? You can use this for headshots, guys, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, or at least in my opinion, and you will miss most of the time, and it's hard to get to, like, higher rounds with it, okay? However, there is a tip there, so just use it if you want. If you are not going to go down that route and you just choose rapid fire, hell yeah, you're a G, awesome. My tip for you, though, is, because obviously the way shotguns work and the way the bullets, like, sort of spread out, my tip for you would be to aim slightly up. I know that sounds really dumb, but trust me, you want to hit them with the lower half of your shells, okay? Otherwise, it would just count as a body shot, and it's dumb. The same thing applies to the ASG. Nice. LMGs, once again, they have the exact same challenges as every other gun. Get 2k headshots, and then this is the first one, which I think is the PU. 10 manga eliminations, and then 300 hipfire kills. Once again, build your gun around whatever challenge you're doing. Attachments, once again, put whatever the fuck you like on. Just make sure it has a suppressor and a CHF barrel. Alright? Done and dusted. Marksman rifles. Once again, build it however you want. Trust me, it does not matter. These guns do a lot of damage anyways. Just build them how you want. Just make sure you always have a suppressor on. Nice. Snipers. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Okay? But it doesn't. Okay? So, snipers, you can build the snipers however you want. However you want. However, there's a caveat to one weapon that you need to heed my warning here. Actually, there's two weapons you need to worry about. So, remember how I was talking about the special... Oh, God, my throat. You know how I can't speak. You know how I was talking about certain guns have certain special pack-a-punch effects. The snipers, each of them, have a special effect, okay? So I'm going to tell you each of them, and then you're going to, like, I'm going to hear the cogs turning in your brain. You're going to wonder how the fuck, like, does this matter? But just bear with me. The first one is the LW3A1 Frostline, an amazing sniper rifle that I would recommend, once again, putting a red dot sight on and using it just normally. It is a great gun. When you pack-a-punch it, it becomes semi-automatic. Your character still pulls the bolt back. However, he does it damn near instantly. It is basically a semi-auto rifle, okay? Even with rapid fire on, it becomes a rapid. It's a really good pack-a-punch effect. It makes the snipers super good. The snipers were not hard, apart from one little fucking contender, and we'll get to that. The SVD. Now, this is the one you need to worry about slightly. The LR is what you have to worry about a lot, but we'll get to that. The SVD, when you pack-a-punch it, becomes a shotgun, okay? It will shoot pellets, but they will all do a sniper's amount of damage. It's kind of crazy. If you point-blank shoot a zombie, hip-fire, you will fucking annihilate it for a very high round. I've one-shotted abominations with this gun. However, it can sometimes get them in the body, so you need to aim slightly up when you pack-a-punch it, alright, guys? Just be careful about that. However, it is a fucking clean gun. It's great to use. It's very fun. I enjoyed it. I even used it to beat the Liberty Falls boss once. Well, I say boss. The elite manglers and the elite abomination that spawns. Just be careful. Aim slightly up, alright? The LR is the one that's a bitch. The LR's pack-a-punch special effect is it becomes basically the scavenger from Call of the Dead. For those who didn't play that map, it's basically an explosive sniper rifle. Okay? Now that sounds amazing, and it is. It's very fun. I'd recommend getting PhD Flopper with it and using it to go to high rounds. It's a very fun and enjoyable experience. However, you can't get headshots if you pack-a-punch it. When you headshot a zombie, which, by the way, I think this is real bullshit. I think this should be fixed. If you headshot a zombie with it pack-a-punch, the explosion will kill zombies around it, thus stealing all your kills and slowing down the progress of your farm. And they do not count towards critical kills, guys. So, when I tell you the Liberty Falls strat in a little bit, I will give you a specific one for the LR, and I will also give you a specific one for a different gun that also shares the same effect. Alright? So just bear that in mind, be careful, it's a bitch to deal with, but once you get past the critical kills, you can then immediately pack-a-punch it and use it to get the rest of your challenges done. Right, next. Pistols. Once again, pistols are similar to every other gun. There is one gun you gotta be worried about. However, I would recommend not running these akimbo. I know it sounds dumb, and I know I have them all akimbo right now, I'll explain. But running them akimbo lessens the amount of headshots you get. Yes, you'll deal double damage, but you will lessen the amount of headshots you get because there is no way in hell you can actually make the guns precise enough to guarantee you headshots. The issue with this grind, everyone, the issue with the grind is you need to put a lot of time into it. It's not hard, it just has a lot of time, okay? It's a struggle simply because it's tedious. You want to maximize the amount of headshots you're getting. You don't want to accidentally waste 40 headshots because you fired into a crowd and body shot a bunch of zombies, okay? So don't use akimbo. I know it's going to be hard, but trust me, it's worth it. Now, here's one issue with one pistol, alright? And it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, my guys. It's going to fucking hurt, and I am sorry. You can't pack-a-punch the GS45. First things first, I don't know if they fixed it, but if you pack-a-punch the GS45, the last challenge, the special challenge, which is to get, let's have a look, to get hipfire kills is bugged. It will not work. I don't know if they fixed it yet, but it's Treyarch. They never fix anything. So be careful. Now, why can't you pack-a-punch it? You cannot pack-a-punch this gun because it turns into an explosive pistol. This gun is basically supposed to be Black Ops 6's version of the M1911. This gun, when you pack-a-punch it, becomes Sally from Mustang and Sally. If you have it akimbo, it's called Sally and Fourth, which is really, really fucking dumb. They should have just called it Mustang and Sally. I don't know why they felt like being different, but whatever. Anyways, same issue with the LR. When you pack-a-punch it, becomes an explosive AoE gun. There is no way to avoid it. If anyone tells you to change pistol ammo, that doesn't work. Ignore them. They're being fucking stupid. So, there is going to be a different guide, like how to do this gun later on in the video. Just bear with me, alright? We're getting through it. I know it's been 25 minutes, but we're getting through it, alright? But yes, otherwise, the pistols, all the other guns, they're super easy. The Krakova is super easy because, it's fully automatic. Just keep spamming the trigger, guys. You'll get there. Launchers. There is no new strat. There is nothing new to this. Just train a bunch of zombies, buy PhD flopper, kaboom. Thankfully, like I said, you don't have to get critical kills. You can just spray into a wave. It's very easy. It's very good. The HE1 does absolutely fuck all damage, so be prepared to rip your hair out. Otherwise, it's an alright weapon. Next is the strategy for the melees. Bring Ether Shroud, trust me. Melees are really strong. If you have melee Macchiato, you shred. You don't need any help for this, guys. You just need to batter zombies. That's it. Okay? That is it. And that is how you do all the way up to Opal. Okay? Getting Opal is different and a bit of a struggle, but we'll cover that in a little bit. After you've now done every single gun, and you've done Opal, once again, there will be a strat for Opal later, don't worry, just relax. You then move on to the Afterlife and Nebula challenges, alright? I'm just going to speed run this because it's super, super simple. Afterlife, piece of piss. I will show you what I did. It is just get 20 kills without taking damage, alright? Super easy. You could just sit in a corner and shoot zombies as they come to you. You don't need help with this one. Nebula requires a bit of finesse, but it is just kill 10 elite zombies. This is also a very easy strategy. It will be in the video later on, okay? There we go. Right, for those who don't know, you have to get every gun Afterlife before you can get every gun Nebula, okay? You following me? Now we're going to move on to the next part, which is the Augment system, because no one knows how to do it, so I'm going to give it a quick rundown, okay? And then we'll get into the gameplay strats, right? Everyone with me? So, Augments. In this game, in Cold War, you could do it, but you used ether shrapnel. I don't know what the fuck it was called. In this game, you can augment perks with different types of augments, okay? I have every single one maxed out. You probably don't. To level up, you go into Research Augments, which is down here. You click on it, and when you are brand new, you only have one perk that you can upgrade, which is Stamina Up. Just click on it. It'll have a little tick next to it. Play the game. Anytime you get XP, anytime you kill a zombie, anytime you do any, like, weird strategies, like Easter eggs, and you get points or whatever, you will fill up this XP bar, and you will slowly start unlocking these augments that you can then apply to your perks, okay? There you go. That is the basic rundown of the system. People keep asking me what augments I have on, so here are my augments for everything, alright? We're just going to quickly zip through it. You can skip if you don't give a shit, but this is for those who keep asking. Stamina Up. I have the Dasher and the Hard Target augment. Makes me run faster for longer, and it makes me projectile damage. That's Manglers, right? Just helps me out. Quick Revive. I have Dying Wish and Slow Death. Dying Wish is so when I go down, I don't go down. It basically gives me Last Stand, which is really, really nice if you're playing solo, which is what I do. Slow Death, I play solo. Sometimes I like to, when I go down, I like to make sure the zombies run away from me. And then I can revive myself. These two here don't affect me because I don't play multiplayer anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But that's what Slow Death can be sometimes used for. Juggernog, always do the increases maximum health, and the armor plates have more damage mitigation. That's just what I prefer. Melee Macchiato, you have to be specific with this. Melee Macchiato, like I said, in Call of Duty, you need to make sure you read what the text says. Treyarch are very specific, right? They make sure they are informative as possible. So some people be like, oh, well, you should do the punch can hit one hit normal zombies for more rounds. It's way better. Doesn't apply to melee weapons, guys. It applies to the magic punch attack you get. So I don't run it. I prefer the back pedal, and I prefer the attacks heal a small amount of your health. Speed cola, I have you reload speed even quicker and swap weapons faster because that's just the best one for me. PhD flopper, I have just the falling one, add the immune to environmental damage. Deadshot daiquiri further increases critical damage, obviously. If you're using snipers, I'd recommend changing this one and changing it to dead first. However, it doesn't matter, it's just whatever you prefer. And then elemental pop, I just have citrus focus and Vulnera bean because I don't really use this perk. Alright. Ammo mods and field upgrades, I don't think anyone cares, but we'll go through it quickly anyways. Chain lightning on dead wire and high voltage. Napalm burst, I have the elite one and I have the initial burn one. Cryo freeze, I have the cloud and I have the significantly increases chance. Brain rot, I have the one that turn other enemies and I have the explosive one. And then Shadow Rift, I have the one that can activate on elite enemies and the super massive singularity. Field upgrade, energy mine, carousel, and siren. Frenzied guard, this is what I use a lot. Use ammo from stock and increase frenzied guard duration. Dark flare, supernova, and broad beam. I never use this field upgrade because it's kind of dog shit. Healing aura, persistence, and protection. Once again, never use it. Ether shroud, I have void sheath and extension. Cool, that's how the augment system works. Those are the augments I have. Now, we're going to go into the strat, alright? This is the strategy portion of the video. Right, sorry. Blanchard is started yapping in my ear, just as I started. So, we're in a game right now. It's only round 3, don't worry, it's not too deep of a round. But this is just to simulate the strategy for everyone watching here. Now, this is the same strategy for every single gun in the game, apart from Afterlife on the melee weapons, okay? This is how the strategy goes. You will unlock all the entirety of Liberty Falls. So, you'll get your perks, your pack-a-punch, all that stuff. And then you will come back to the spawn area. You know, let's just, like, emulate here. Like, okay, that door will be open. Sometimes I like to come over here and open this door as well. You know, come a lazy bastard, that sort of shit, right? You will then come back to Liberty Falls, specifically the spawn area, and you will run a train, right? If you've played zombies, you know what a train is. This is what you do. You know, you run in a circle. You get the zombies lined up nice and behind you. Then you turn around and you wait for them to pile back up in like a straight line. And then you go. There you go. As you can see, I killed 13 zombies, all critical kills. Now, this is the best spot to train simply because, in my opinion, the ground is flat. Okay, there's not many cars. There's 1, 2, 3 cars in this vicinity. There's nothing that can really get you downed apart from this thing here. Just ignore it. Just stay away from it. You can train, like, here, around here. You can just, like, give it a wide girth. Wide berth. Don't know why I said girth. Just a nice wide berth, ignoring it. It only does like 7 HP damage anyways. You just run around, let the zombies pile up, and then you turn around and you spray into them. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. It's one of the easiest strategies to do. It just guarantees you headshots. Make sure you go for the headshots. And that's it. That's literally, that's the strat for every weapon, apart from, Afterlife melees. Even melees are the same. You just run in a circle, and then you just melee them to death with melee macchiato, of course. But yeah, that's the strat. Now, the quick little thing I have to say though is you're probably wondering, okay, so then do we do this strat here until we get the 2,000 headshots? No. So after a certain round, Black Ops 6 has this lovely feature. Let me turn off the audio here so I can actually talk and focus. Black Ops 6 has this lovely feature to end the game. This is known as exfilling. It happens every periodical round, I think like round 21, 27, that sort of thing, right? Exfilling, for those who don't know, gives you a bunch of XP, extra XP. It goes on your record, and it ends the game. So, the strat is, you go in this area, you do the whole little, like, running around in a circle, shooting the zombies, getting your headshots. You do this strategy. Oh, God. Oh, wow. That's a lot of fucking vermin. You do this strategy until you get to wave 31. Okay? You can push it and you can go to 30 something or other. But I would recommend going to wave 31. None of you doing this... well, okay, not none of you. But I highly doubt most of you doing this challenge are Prestige Masters. So you want to exfil anyways to get the XP. But... for those who haven't played zombies, after round 31, the game becomes a little bit hectic. You get absolutely swarmed with manglers, you get absolutely swarmed with abominations, zombies hit very hard, which is fine, that's the point of the game. But the big kicker here is your guns start to do lesser and lesser damage. 31 seems to be a really big fall-off range. So, I go to round 31 simply because... that's when the guns start crapping out, okay? That's when the guns start doing a bit too little damage, and you should have about 1,400 headshots anyways by then. So, what you do is, you get to round 31, you exfil, you back out, you put on all the attachments you've just gained, because your gun was probably low level when you went in, and now it's a super high level. Put all your attachments back in, load back into the next game, and then get up to round 31 again. It's good to do this because you also will then have probably 9 times out of 10 unlocked the get 300 kills with dead wire attachment, for example, or 300 kills while it's pack-a-punched. This will be done by about round, like, 25, I would say. So then, by then, you will definitely have your gun pack-a-punched, you'll definitely have your gun at a higher rarity, and you will most likely have enough salvage to put dead wire, or napalm burst, or whatever, on your gun. Then, you get to round 31, and you would have definitely done the 300 kills. Okay? If you need to then get opal on your gun, loads of manglers are spawning, loads of elites are spawning, you're able to then get opal in one game, exfil, or get opal and then leave the game. And then there you go. You just got a bunch of camos in one game without having to exit and dick around, like, with playing the game again, because, you just got the special zombies, and then you had to get to, like, round 10, and you've done that challenge, and then you have to wait for the manglers to spawn. You're not just then pissing about, waiting for a mangler to spawn, right? You are getting to a point in the game where you are able to do the challenges without having to restart, okay? That is pretty much the gist of the strategy. A little tip you can do, though, if you come over here, so if you go to the church, which is where you will be going anyways, because that's where Pack-a-Punch is. If I run over to the church here, there is a head on top of the church. I don't know if you can see it from here. You can't. It doesn't render in. When you get to the church, there is a head up here. Can you guys see that? I wish I had a sniper rifle, but there is a head right there. If you hit that head with an explosive of any type, it can be a frag grenade, it can be a ray gun blast, a rocket launcher blast, a noob tube, a molly, even a concussion works, which I found out recently, and it's really cool. If you have the ability to hit that, wait until round 10, and then hit it with an explosive, like so. I'm going to do it here with a molly, if I get it right. Nope, I missed. Okay. Let me just quickly get a concussion. So, oh, there's zombies here. Let me just clear these out. I'm doing this at round 7. Do it at round 10, guys, okay? Round 10 is when you should be doing this. I'm just showing this for proof of concept, though. You come out here, and you hit the head with an explosive. Like that. It'll explode, it'll make a noise, and then if you look up in the sky, a bunch of zombies will start falling. Can I clear these zombies out a little bit here so I can just focus on my point? 1 second. Fuck you, vermin. Get off me. There we go. So as you can see, these zombies falling are dropping a lot of loot. This would be much better at round 10. However, like I said, I'm just doing it at round 7 as a proof of concept, just to show you what to do. It drops a lot of points, salvage, and eventually a green ether tool. However, if you wait until round 10, it will drop a blue ether tool. What an ether tool does is upgrade the rarity of your gun. As you can see in the bottom right there, I went from grey to green, which means my gun now does a little bit more damage. Takes a little bit less damage. Takes a little less shots, can't speak, to kill the zombies. Doing this will get you to the blue tier if you do it around 10, which means you only need 2,500, as you'll see here, if I was at this, 2,500 salvage to get to purple, right? Or 7,500 to get to legendary. It's a really good strat. It's really good because getting legendary really helps the camo grind because your gun will start doing damage. Okay? That is my tip for all of you for the Liberty Falls stuff. However, the strategy will differ for snipers and pistols. However, it won't, right? So, with snipers, specifically the LR, doesn't apply to any of the other snipers, just the LR, you will have to get Deadshot Daiquiri. There's two different ways to do this, okay? The first way is to come over here, and this is mid-round, by the way, you can do this. I need to turn my FOV down here so you guys can see this. You need to do the Deadshot Daiquiri Easter egg, which is right here. I'm going to go into Ether Shroud so I can show you. Do you see these 5 cans here? There's one, like, right there on my cursor, and then one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Shooting these 5 cans without missing a single time will give you Deadshot Daiquiri. That will help you do the sniper rifle, the LR, because you cannot pack-a-punch it. The only difference in strategy for the LR is simply the fact that you need to not pack-a-punch it, so you need to exfil a little bit sooner. The gun will start crapping out damage way sooner than the pack-a-punchable weapons. However, it's not that many rounds. The kicker is the GS-45. The GS-45 is an absolute ball ache to do. You will have to leave about round 11. If you really want to, you can get to round 21 if you really force it. However, once again, get Deadshot, you'll do great. Another tip for the GS-45, I'll show you how to make a zombie build in a little bit, but another tip for the GS-45 is to buy it off the wall rather than spawn in with it. Okay? If I come over here quickly, it's right there. That's the GS-45. As you can see, it's round 8, and it's a green rarity. It always spawns green. Buy it off the wall. It only costs like 700 points. It only delays your power spikes a little bit, like it delays your pack-a-punch and stuff. But it is a really good investment for that, just that little bit extra damage that really helps you in these certain situations. A zombie build allows you to buy weapons off the wall and have your predetermined attachments on it. As you can see here, I bought the GS-45 off the wall, and I now have my Nebula Akimbo GS-45s. I'll quickly show you how to do that. And then that is literally that's the Nebula grind tips and tricks, guys. Apart from one thing, actually, I just remembered as I was talking about, is the Afterlife and the LTG step. Never mind. It's not the end of the video. Oopsies. But we are getting close to it. So I'm going to show you how to make a zombie build, then I'm going to finalize the Afterlife steps for you lot. So I shouldn't have ended the game, really, now that I think about it. But whatever. So, right. First things first, how to make a zombie build. I don't know how to do it on controller. I'm sorry, you have to figure it out on your own. Basically, when you make a gun, a loadout in the game, down here it will say press whatever button it is. I think it's X. I think it's reload. It will say press this, make it a zombie build. You know, if you made a zombie build with that little red dot there. Do you remember I said that earlier? You do that, bish bash bosh. Whenever you get this gun out the box or off the wall, it will spawn with these attachments on it. Okay? I would recommend doing that for the GS-45. Anyways, right. Now we are getting to the final 2 bits of the video. If you've been watching this long, I thank you. How to get Afterlife on the drills. So on the ARs, SMGs, all the other guns, it's super duper easy, guys, okay? Just don't get hit. Just train the zombies. Kill them all in the wave. Just make sure you run really far away so you're not, like, getting slapped up. It's daunting at first, but I promise you, it takes no time at all, and it's actually really simple, okay? However, you will struggle with the melee weapons slightly. Okay? That's obviously because you have to get in close and you'll get hit. First things first, just bait the zombies' attacks. When a zombie swipes at you, it will kind of like make it really obvious and they'll swipe way sooner than they're supposed to. If you take a step back, it will miss. That's one trick. However, if it's a skill issue, which is absolutely fine, by the way. Sorry, I've got hiccups. If it is a skill issue, which is once again absolutely fine, it is quite a struggle. Even I struggled slightly. Here's a little, like, tip that I did. So I got my field upgrade, Ether Shroud, upgraded, and I equipped the Void Sheath and the Ether Shroud duration. Void Sheath increases your melee damage while in Ether Shroud, and the more kills you get, the longer you can stay in Ether Shroud. Extension significantly increases the duration as well. So, what you do is, you train up a group of zombies, you get 2 decoys, which cost 500 scrap a pop. By the way, the drill, knife, and baseball bat all are one-hit kills to about around 35, 46, 35, 36, maybe even 40 with melee macchiato. Yes, that includes special zombies such as manglers. If you hit them in the arm, it insta-kills them. Okay? So, what you do is, you pop Ether Shroud, you throw a decoy, you melee a bunch of zombies, because obviously when you pop Ether Shrouds, they run away, right? So you put down the decoy to keep them in a corner, or keep them next to you. You hit a bunch of zombies with the Pack-a-Punch drill. Then, you throw another decoy as that one's about to end, and you keep doing it, and then you ride out the Ether Shroud as long as you can. That is my tip for getting Nebula melee. Alright, launchers is the same premise, except you don't need Ether Shroud. You just run in a circle, shoot the ground, and you'll kill a bunch of zombies anyways. Now, the final step to getting Nebula is to get Nebula. So once you have done every single challenge, you've gotten every gun gold, which then allows you to get Opal. You've got every gun Opal. You've done Afterlife, which is the get 20 kills without getting killed. You now have to get Nebula. Now, you have to unlock this on every gun you want it unlocked on, okay? I've done it on every single gun. That's 37 guns in total. You lot don't have to. The only guns, if you want Nebula done, is 33 guns, okay? You can skip launchers if you are willing to do the DLC weapons and drill and stuff, okay, guys? It's 33 in total. Base weapons, so the base roster is 33, right? We now have 37 weapons added. We have the SOG, the Krig, the fucking gun I'm forgetting. So the new guns we have is the Krig, the SOG, and the drill. So we have 3, right? Yes. It's 36 weapons right now. The 9mm when it comes out, I don't know how long that's going to take. It could be out by the time I make this weapon. The 9mm will make set 37, right? So my maths was good. You can skip the HE1 and the Sigma, should you desire. Okay? Anyways, so, you've done the guns, you've done everything, you've done Afterlife, you now just choose which guns you want to get Nebula on, and then you have to get 10 elite zombie kills. Elite zombie kills are specifically the Amalgam, the Abomination, or the Red Mangler. The Red Abomination also counts. Now you must be thinking, Geeko, I've never seen a Red Mangler. What the fuck are you on about? There is a specific Easter egg step in Liberty Falls in which you use the LTG, Limited Transdimensional Gateway. I am not going to show you how to do it. If you are interested, just go check on Mr. Waffle's guide. This is just more of an FAQ for those who keep asking me in my stream. So it's just me, like, basically explaining it. But there is a guide, an Easter egg step, basically, where you build a device, you put the device down, you kill, or rather, you weaken an elite zombie, and then you kill it with a dark ether field generator, those little, like, shitty generators around the map, and you suck up its essence. If you fail that step by killing the elite zombie, the step will fail, and the device will go on cooldown for 1 round. What you do is, you intentionally fail that step repeatedly, and you farm the elites 10 times. Okay? The strategy is the exact same up to that point. You just spawn in, you do the Easter egg, you get the jet gun, you get the free parts, you pop it down, you sort it, you do it, bish bash bosh. The only thing you will struggle with is the melee weapons. Super simple, just bring a gun in, deal damage to the Abomination or Mangler before killing it with the melee knife. And that's it. That is my guide, how I did it, my way of doing it, how I got all 36 weapons Nebula. Alright? Thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out. I'm sorry if I didn't make a lot of sense. I am not really good at this commentary type of content. It's just a load of people asked me. I had like 400 people in my TikTok chat yesterday asking me. I'm just making this for my own peace of mind. So if they ask me a question, I can be like, yo, bro, I made a video on that. If you're interested, go check it out. So thank you for watching. If you did watch this far, I appreciate all of you. Hope I can help some of you. If I missed any info, if I missed any tips and tricks, please just comment down below. I'll sort you out. Don't worry. Thank you for watching.